Hello, welcome to Jack's Cowboys. I got my Star magazine in from last week, the big win with Carolina. Get that in there. Defense first sacks, first picks, first home run, and Newman is there picking it off for the win. I wish he could have picked that one off yesterday. That would have polished off the win against Denver. But it was a pretty upsetting win. I got my water bottle here today. Yesterday my water bottle flew against the TV, so now we got a full one. The tough loss to the Denver was 17-10. Romo threw a 53-yard pass to Hurd in the final minute to get to the 3-yard line, but Hurd missed the catch in the end zone. They had first down on the 3-yard line and couldn't convert that into a touchdown at the end to tie it. Like I said, I've seen old Eagle Dawkins on a TV celebrating, and I had to throw my water bottle against the TV. But no damage done. TV is still in good condition, so we'll be set to watch hopefully a win against Kansas City next week. Like I said, Hurd missed that pass in the end zone that could have tied it, but turnovers and penalties is what put the Cowboys in bad situations in this game. There was a fumble that kept Dallas from controlling the game, went 10-0. Fumble that turned the game around. And once again, Tony Romo got pressured and couldn't get a drive going in the second half when Barbara was held out of the game because of an injury. Mistakes cost the Cowboys in this one, penalties and turnovers once again. A team that we should have won, and it looked like we were controlling the game, but it turned out otherwise with turnovers. There was hope at halftime when there was a fumble that Dallas recovered. Okay. The defense was very good, with Brookings making a big stop on 4th down and Jenkins covering the receiver excellently. They thought they were going to pick on him, but his coverage was too tight and they couldn't get any passes that came in his way. Including he was in on that stop with Brookings on that critical 4th down play. It was pretty amazing at the end there because Hurd caught that one. It was 4th and 3. I thought the game was over, and he went all the way down for a 53-yard pass. So they should have maybe had him in earlier in the game as a go-to guy when everybody else was covered. It brought almost tying the game. Romo did what many quarterbacks couldn't, despite a catchable pass to tie the game. Hurd missed, but the last try was a pretty catchable play that Hurd. It was on Hurd that he missed it. He's not as good as the other receivers, as Roy Williams and Austin, who might have made the catch, but he was kind of taking the load off of as an extra receiver. But he is developing. Hurd is developing, and heard a lot of good things about him making spectacular catches in practice, but you just got to bring him out on the football field in critical situations like this. That's why Terrell Owens, people like that, are so good. They make them catches at game-winning catches. But Hurd just got to make the adjustment and do that. But he did make that big catch, so I think he can be relied on in the future. It was critical. Dallas needed the running game in the second half to take the pressure off Romo, but didn't have it because I seen Barber was starting to hobble into the second quarter, and that's why he took him off the field. And Tashard Choice couldn't get going against that defense. Okay, I watched interviews today. Brookings and Spears both support the offensive efforts and said that they sometimes need the offense to carry the defense to a win, and not to put all the blame on the offense. Romo relates plays weren't developing, and Denver's secondary was good, so good that there was limited time with the pressure and quick pass rush. He just didn't have time to find things to develop. There was catchable balls he did throw, I seen, but he overthrew them. I think he was kind of had the pressure on him, trying to get him into tight spots, but he still didn't want to be intercepted either, so he was throwing him a little out of reach. Comes down to it, though, the solution is that Dallas needs to keep the running game going, so especially against a good pass rush team like Denver, not to have to throw the ball. Just wish that Barber would have been out for the second half. Okay, Roy Williams was interviewed. He said the turnover fumble recovered after the half is where points need to be scored. That's where a miscommunication between Romo. He thought that Austin was going to the sidelines and went inside instead, causing Champ Bailey to catch the ball, who was on the outside. Roy Williams knows that guys have to be on the same page and know what each other is doing. So we go on to next week. Next week at 1 o'clock, Dallas meet and visit Kansas City. They are 0-4 and nothing to lose, so Dallas need to be ready to play. This is the third week in a row the Chiefs are playing the NFC East and getting beaten badly by Philadelphia and New York Giants. With Matt Castle quarterback, they need to get they want to get confidence, and the Bronco win is causing them to get confidence, and they want to win against the NFC East because that's the division they're playing. Looks like they got a lot of good wins against the AFC team, or not wins, but competitive games against Baltimore and another pretty good AFC team. With that 2-2, the Kansas City's game is a desperate need for a win for the Cowboys against a poor team that Dallas needs to win. My trip to Dallas is shaping up to be an important part of the season where we play Atlanta and Seattle and need to establish a winning record into the middle of the season. Got to get that like 5-2, or by the time I get back, it would be need to get to 5-2, then be ready for the Eagles up in Philadelphia and the Packers. We need to win all of them games because got like New Orleans and all the NFC East teams in December, so this team's got to toughen up and keep that running game going. And that's critical to getting the playoffs. So we need to beat them Chiefs and go Cowboys. Be back next week.